Look, I feel a little self-conscious. I gotta be honest.
Not like you.
I work, Tony. This is what I look like when I work.
If you've seen a guy on the street that looks like that,
Could be me.
could be Tony.
Usually I put on a t-shirt and a blazer to look like a real hip kid.
Smart casual.
That's me. Smart casual. You got invited to my wedding. Have you RSVP'd via the website yet?
No. I don't even know what I did with the invitations
You
you worked
are
so hard on. I'm a piece of shit.
You're the fucking worst person I've ever met.
Sorry
Just
about
number
that.
one. All right, well, you can't come then. You can't RSVP. You're not going to be there. Oh, well.
Sad times. It was nice to be invited.
Yeah. That was a nice couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And look at us drinking our Hawke's Bay Lager.
Hawke's Bay Lager. Cheers, Jimmy.
Thanks, Jim.
No NPC to talk yet, but we'll get there.
Up the bay of plenty, bitch. Sorry, Jim. I think he
NPC is starting. Is it August, I think?
I think he did make a comment about the Hawke's Bay rugby team.
Okay.
Because it's like Jimmy something KP or something like that as his profile.
Yes.
Good on you, Jim. We really do appreciate the beers. Thank you very much. But I will never support this team.
He's nothing if he's not honest.
Yeah, it's not one of my faves, to be honest. But a lovely place, the Hawke's Bay. Some great wineries and all that sort of thing. But
I've been to Napier.
fantastic.
I went to Hastings while I was there.
Wow.
And I went to the Splash Planet.
Heard of Bulls?
No.
It's the place. Bulls.
Is there a place called Bulls?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't stop there.
It's like in Martin. Like, well, it's not in the Napier region or the Hawke's Bay region.
Okay.
Hastings is like the blue collar brother of Napier.
Yes, I did read something about Hastings wanted to amalgamate with Napier at some point for their local government, and Napier was like, no.
Napier's claim to fame, it's the Art Deco capital of the world.
Because of an earthquake or something.
They just have a bunch of sort of Art Deco looking buildings.
Built in the 20s, I guess. That went up in the 30s.
Yeah. It's kind of cool.
Whenever Art Deco was the thing, they built all
that.
their buildings in that time. So
Yeah. And then they
sometimes you go to someone's house that hasn't been renovated since like the 1970s, and you're like, oh yeah.
Yeah, this is the thing.
But when I was a kid, I remember going to people's houses with kitchens like this.
Yeah, well, you go like, this feels like my grandma's house.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you've got like still like some really, really weird retro kind of like very patterned lino on the ground. And you're like, whoa.
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
Very bright carpets and like all kinds of stuff.
The 80s were a wild time.
Exactly.
Well, they weren't built in the 80s. They were built in like the 60s and 70s.
That's
But
right.
we were 80s kids just going,
Wow.
Grandma, this needs a bit of an update.
This is what a house looks like.
Yeah. And then we built a bunch of houses out of monolithic cladding, and then they all got leaky, and everyone's houses are falling apart.
Yay.
They worked out
Trying
well.
to make a cheap buck.
Anyway, yeah, thanks, Jim. He did make a comment about something relevant to rugby about Hawke's Bay.
There you go.
And to be honest, it didn't really incite a fury of discussion about the Hawke's Bay rugby team.
Okay.
But we will talk about
Once the season starts, we're going to get there.
We'll have like a section called Bay Chat. Fans of the Bay plenty.
You're just going to keep poking that one.
I know the guy's giving me a beer for God's sake, and I'm sitting here.
I know.
Giving his
Trashing
team
his
shit.
team.
Fantastic. It's a weird looking symbol, isn't it? A looking dude.
It's a magpie playing rugby.
Look at the size of his arms and stuff.
They build them tough down in the bay.
It's an anamorphic.
Anthropomorphic?
Yeah, I think that's the word. Yeah. What is it? Magpie. But it's really just it's a human
with a magpie's head.
With a magpie's head. I really should take a photo of it and put it in there for you. Or maybe I will.
Come on, the bay.
What's the song?
Come on, the bay. It's that.
Come on, the bay. You know, I had to fast forward my song from last week because I was like, it could be viewed as inappropriate by some circles. So I had to fast forward it. Poor old Jim.
Sorry about that, Jim. I'm sure it was gold.
Yeah. Well, once again, we could just talk about Jim for the next hour if you like.
But there was heaps of rugby on.
Holy smokes, are we getting to it that quickly?
There's so much rugby.
Can I just make one comment about what you're wearing?
The greens don't match.
The greens don't match, and this is not even green.
I know.
It's fucking teal.
Yeah, blame the Irish Rugby Football Union for making this thing.
Like, it's if it was like that green, it would be cool.
Yeah.
But it's teal.
I bought these at separate times.
It's more blue than green.
I know.
Teal. Teal.
I reckon I probably bought it on discount, but I don't rightfully remember.
It wasn't a gift?
No.
I like it how in the wintertime your shtick goes from being a rugby jersey channel to being a rugby jacket channel.
Yeah. I first bought like all the teams that play like New Zealand's jacket, a South Africa jacket, because it's like rugby championship is pretty cold. So I need the Six Nations. I don't need your jackets because it's fucking played in summer over here anyway. So I still don't have like a Welsh jacket or a Scottish jacket.
Well, you probably pick a Welsh jacket up for pretty cheap now.
They won!
They won a game. How about it? Cymru unbeaten, eh?
There we go.
Fantastic.
Nobody beats Wales 19 times. I stole that from somewhere.
That's the line in the sand. Who are they playing? Are they playing the Japanese again next
They're
week?
done. I think it's their summer tour done.
So they're done, so they can just go home and just go, well...
Just bask in the glory.
Yeah, just sit there and go... Well,
however long until the next game in November. It's like it's been months since Wales has tasted defeat.
then who have they got up again in November? Just like...
I remember they have us and the Springboks.
Shit. So they're probably going to lose...
They're not going to lose any world rankings because the gap's just too big between the teams.
I watch a lot of your videos, but I always seem to catch the ranking videos.
Those ones do very well. People love world rankings.
Yeah.
Like, and a lot of people comment just like, I don't fucking like world rankings. Like, but a lot of people watch the world rankings videos.
Well, thanks for the comment. It helps the algo. But one thing I've heard you say, like, I think maybe 6,000 times is if one team is 10 points against the other one, if they lose, if they beat
don't
that
take
team,
anything.
They don't take anything out of it.
Because
so.
if I don't say it, people will be like, but wait,
hold on.
Why didn't my team take any points?
Ireland just beat Georgia.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Ireland played Georgia this week.
That was last week.
They played Portugal
this week.
Are they 10 points ahead of them?
Much more than 10 points.
Okay, so they didn't get any points out of it.
They didn't, despite their mammoth win.
All right. Is that Portuguese side the strength of the World Cup Portuguese side? Because that looked like
I
an
don't
outfit.
follow the Portuguese side enough to know a heck of a lot, but I know that I think since the 2023 World Cup campaign, they lost a lot of players. And then this particular side that played at the weekend was without a bunch of players. And then during the game, they had a bunch of guys get injured.
Oh, so it's not good. And they're probably players that would end up playing in France, which is notoriously difficult to get out of club contracts at this time of year.
Like that, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So they really only get a full-strength squad once every 4 years.
Seems like it, but I mean, they do play in that second-tier European competition. Like, they made the semis.
Yeah, because the big thing was they were crying out for Georgia.
More games, Georgia. Join the Six Nations. Georgia got hammered by Ireland B.
Yeah, okay. So many B teams out there at the moment. There is a lot of B teams out there at the moment. And France is not involved in the Lions.
No, but they always send the B team anyway.
The tour of disrespect continues.
I know.
It did. Should we get into it? Marky Mark.
Okay.
Marcus, the man with the teal jacket. I've got a very itchy heel.
Okay.
I feel like I've got something in my sock.
Is it a ant?
I don't know. It's bothering me.
It's not bothering me at all.
This is 2 Cents Gets Distracted. It's a rugby podcast.
Itchy heel podcast.
Itchy heel podcast.
It's on iHeartRadio.
Yes, and Spotify.
Very exclusive. They don't just let just anybody onto these platforms.
Yeah. You don't just put your RSS feed out into the world and everything just...
Yeah, takes care
They're
of
quite
itself.
amazing. Like, we don't have to upload to every specific... It's only YouTube that really makes you, like, do a special effort just for them.
You need to declare, does it have bad words in it?
Yes.
Has it got guns in it? Does it have, like, children in it?
There's no suicidal themes.
There's a lot of stuff you have
Is
to
there
declare.
AI in it? You've seen this one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
AI.
They're asking you about your AI functions. And you're like, we're not even here. We're actually just...
This is just our avatars.
Yeah, fantastic. We finally cracked it. This is the height of artificial intelligence. This is as good as it's ever going to get.
Well, it's artificial anyway.
Yeah, 100%. And intelligence is a...
Where do you want to start? Which ones can we, like, knock off out of the way? Because I feel like the much-hyped Australia-New Zealand Invitational 15 getting hammered by the Lions doesn't require a lot of chat. It was a bit of a stinker.
Can I walk you through my Saturday night?
Let's go with it. You better get it up front.
Yeah, so...
For all the viewers. Up front with Distracted Sports.
The fuck was that? Up front. You're like trying to want me to put graphics in for that?
No, you don't like putting graphics in.
No, just can't be asked. But I went to a 21st, believe it or not.
Who the hell do you know that's 21? Someone's kid?
Yeah, Aaron, your mate. Your guy, he likes the pod. He listens to the pod.
He didn't listen to that episode.
He did.
Oh, and I gave him shit. Sorry, Aaron.
Yeah, he did. He texts. He's a really good sense of humor about that sort of thing.
Like I said,
I called him prickly, and he said, "Do you call me a prick?" And I said, I think I called you prickly. And he was like, "Oh, prick would have been fine as well."
He would have had to, like, you can't grow up being Aaron without having, like Harry Potter, the rugby player, must have heard every fucking joke under the sun.
I don't know. It's never really. I met him when he was 18 and I was 17.
Okay.
And he was just a cool guy with the... this is the only time, Aaron, I'm going to call you a cool guy. Because he had his license and he could drive me home and stuff. And he was driving around and stuff.
There you go.
And it was the only time in his life he did all right with the ladies.
Oh, nice.
Since then, he's gone down.
Okay.
No offense. Yeah, he's not a... He needs better game.
Okay.
Yeah. But he used to be quite the pussy magnet back in the day.
He had a car.
He had a car, and he was quick enough with his tongue. Just, oh God, where am I going with this? Anyway, his son turned 21.
Wow, is he older than us? Or
He's 1 year older than us.
So he just got started young.
He got started
like
young.
Our kids are in primary school.
Yes, yeah. So he had his first kid when he was, like early 20s.
Okay.
So which kind of old school sort of style of it.
It's kind of cool because now he's like probably free.
Yeah, and he's got 2 other kids now who are coming towards the end of their high school years.
Okay.
They're awesome kids too. But yeah, it was Jack. Happy 21st, Jack. Great young man. It was his 21st. And I was seeing a bunch of people I hadn't seen for a while. A lot of my friends and people's parents and stuff were there and stuff. So you're kind of engaging in the conversation. And it was like, well, the rugby's going to be on. And we're like, okay, cool. So it's at this bar in Parnell and the rugby's on. But then you're like, just engaging.
You're having conversations, but you've got your notepad out. And you're
I'm
writing
notes.
You're writing notes. The tip of it. You're having a good game.
I really did not give it its full focus because there are people, actually, most of my friends who really used to like rugby have probably fallen off a little bit in terms of their intensity of their fandom. So it wasn't like the old days when everyone was just like, and it was also everyone kind of knows it's France B. And once we're up by 20 points, it was like. Yeah. So I was drinking and chatting to people. So I watched it again the next day. So, but just to take you through the rest of my evening, then I went back to another friend's house and did karaoke and drank way too much.
There you go.
And then a mate of mine came back to my place, got some Maccas on the way home.
This sounds like a night out of like a 21-year-old. I had nights like this
it was
20
great.
years ago.
And then it was about sort of like 1:45 in the morning, and I was like, okay, we're going to watch this game. And then I started watching the Australia-New Zealand game because I was actually genuinely
pumped,
excited about it. Going, this could be a real fun game. Saw the lineups, and then the Lions scored pretty quickly, and then I was like starting to like, oh God, and I was pretty fucking hammered. I really was, and my mate was hammered too. And then I just started doing the old like, oh yeah, we'll just skip ahead like a few minutes. And I was like, oh shit, it's fucking 21 now. Oh shit, it's 32 now. And then I was like, oh, blah, blah, blah. Right to the end, I was like, oh,
they didn't even score.
That sucked, And I can't really bring myself to watch it because I was genuinely like thinking this could be, this could have a little test match kind of feel to it, but it was an absolute petered out like a pooping piece of shit.
Yeah. I bought into a bit of the coach's hype, like Les Kiss, not the lesbians, the coach. He was like going on about like, we've only had a week together, we've only had 3.5 training sessions, but
how the fuck are they still?
We've been like 100% focused, like we've been setting everything on this game. We're gonna let the boys play some footy, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah. Well, the Lions have got a game like the Lions don't get that many training sessions because they're like captain's run game, day off. Training, captain's run, game. Like they've got no,
but they've had a lot more.
They've had a lot more time together. And
the processes and structures and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, like it was like at least Barbars teams usually do something. It was just like do something.
And the Barbars against this Lions team didn't look particularly good as well. The first game who played the Barbars? The South Africans played the Barbars recently, and they got towed up as well.
Yes, they did.
It hasn't been a great year for.
Like those 1 week.
Yeah.
Maybe we should have expected it. I always thought the Lions were going to win, but I didn't think like 48-0.
you know, you look at the team like Havili, Satutu, Shooter Stevenson, almost.
Yeah. Fakatava.
Nobody did anything.
Not really. They had like a couple of periods where like maybe no.
Really?
Like Pete Samu had it. No.
Okay. All right. Well, that's about all we can say about the game. Who played well from the Lions?
Duhan got tries.
Duhan.
He looked good.
Duhan.
Yeah.
Duhan van der Merwe. Duhan van der Merwe. I really have always wanted to make the Duha song, but with Duhan van der Merwe. It's a great song. It's a crazy.
It's Rammstein's most famous song, I think.
Duhan. And then have like, you know, like the...
I feel like his grumpy-looking face would go well with that song.
Look, us and a couple of like Matrix...
Somebody make it.
Us and a couple of like Matrix black outfits are good.
Why would there be us there?
I was thinking of like just getting random people on the street and like just doing a cut to this and us going,
you put a lot more thought to this than I thought.
I've put a lot of thought into a lot of things that aren't going to happen.
There we go.
Yeah.
But it was 48-0.
Okay,
I don't know we can read too much into that ahead of the Wallabies.
Is the Wallabies this weekend?
This coming weekend, yeah.
Fargan Dargan. She's on like Donkey Kong.
Exactly.
What time's that?
I think 10 o'clock Saturday.
Ooh, she's a late one. You're going to be live streaming?
Possibly.
Okay.
Either that or the France New Zealand game 3.
It's all on the line.
For my France New Zealand game 1 live stream, at the end of the live stream, I think I had 700-800 viewers.
Yeah.
Which is a decent amount. I'm not a big live stream guy, but I do them every now and again. For this week's game, it was like 200.
I reckon you'll get a lot for your Lions.
Yeah, I suppose so.
You can do it here if you want to.
Oh, yeah. But then I got to do a match review with Tony. From Restricted Sports.
They're the best match. I played the part of the whiteboard.
Yeah, you like doing that. What else was on? Wales had a win. Did you watch any of that? 31-22? Whiteboard? Key events and stats?
I heard that Wales won.
They did.
And I celebrated.
Oh, nice.
I felt joyous. I got out my love spoons. I had some leek and potato soup. I sang the Welsh national anthem. I rang my Welsh ex-girlfriend. I didn't ring my Welsh ex-girlfriend. And although I spoke to her a couple of weeks ago, actually. Yeah, I was... Because she's a good mate. And she texted me a photo of her nephew, who's now like 18 or something like that, who... was born while we were together. And like, look at the size of this fucker. I was like, whoa. And then this sounds bad. I was freaking hammered in Nelson then. And then I was like, how you going? And then I gave her a call and she was like in her office and I was like, wow. I was like, no.
I love how everyone in Tony's story is like, so I was really hammered.
Yeah.
And then there was some Maccas in a phone call.
Yeah, I know. It sounds like I got a problem.
Yeah.
But no, and I said to her in that chat, I was like, what's going on with Wales? And she likes her rugby, and she was like, I just can't, Tony. I just can't. Like, she can't even bring herself to it. Well, good for you, Laura. Not that she watches this podcast. You got to win. Congratulations.
It's funny because it had a similar storyline to last week in that Wales went up to a big lead.
So you watched this game and you were like...
but it was awkward because Scotland-Fiji was on at like 3 o'clock. And then Wales-Japan was on at like 5:50. And then New Zealand-France started at 7.
So it was hard to catch.
I've watched the first
I'm
half of Wales.
Scratch my ankle.
And then second half of Wales was during first half of New Zealand, so I didn't watch it live.
Oh.
But people in the chat were going, Wales are leading! And I was like, oh, good on Wales.
Yeah.
So I knew they were going to win when I watched the second half. But yeah, they were up by a shitload, and then Japan made it like a 2-point game. You're like, you're doing it again! For fuck's sake, Wales! Don't do it again!
And what was the end score?
It was 31-22. So they got like they actually got a second half, like last 20 minutes try, which they haven't done for donkey's years.
So they made
it a 2-score game.
Made it comfortable for the last few minutes.
Got that buffer, and they made it like Japan had to chase the game and didn't look like doing it. So
look, to be fair, like Japan has been knocking on the door for a long time in terms of real relevance in rugby. She's probably a real good clash now.
Yeah, they go through ebbs and flows, Japan. Like, they were really strong when they hosted the World Cup, and they kind of fell off a bit over COVID, didn't get enough games. But now their professional league is getting a bit more together, and I think Eddie is actually starting to... People don't like giving Eddie credit, but it seems like from people in Japan tell me he's got a better eye for talent for the local Japanese players playing in that professional league than like Jamie Joseph, who by the end of his term was apparently just like, oh, big fucking Tongan guy. Let's pick him.
You know, in Japan, it's probably his style probably works a lot better than Japan, and that it would in like even countries like England, Australia, and New Zealand. You know what they put that down to? Thing called the DPI.
Tell me about the DPI.
The DPI is
Dick Penetration Index.
Well, index is the last word. It's the distance power index.
Okay.
So it's how much reverence you give to people in positions of power, and it's a real big. You know where it's a real big problem?
Japan.
It's a real big problem in airlines because for like Malaysian Airlines and like I think Indonesian Airlines, a lot of these Asian countries had way more airplane crashes, and it was due to the fact that like the first officer and the flight engineer or whatever, they didn't feel confident enough to speak up against the captain and be like, there's a massive storm ahead, should we need to veer right? They would give like mitigated speech, be like, we've got a plan for the weather ahead. Whereas like the big thing they try and train people to do is say, we're doing this, we have to do this for safety, or there's ice on the wings, we can't be real direct with speech. And if you're not direct, but they try to be reverent and mitigate their speech not to offend, therefore it leads to more errors and more mistakes.
True.
So it's not good in airplanes. That's a little bit of a tangent.
That is a tangent.
But it's interesting though. Tangent because 2 cents gets distracted. Fun little airplane stats.
But yeah, you feel like with Eddie's coaching style, he's always had that thing where he like has an initial bump when he takes over the team, galvanizes them. Everyone's fucking against us. Let's fucking do it. And then the players start to get sick of his shit.
Yeah, that's right.
But with Japan, they just put up with his shit.
Yeah, they just keep on going with his shit.
Yeah, basically.
The Australians, he didn't really get much of a bump out of the Australians at all, did he?
I remember he got rid of all their leaders though. He was like, fuck you, Michael Hooper.
That was crazy.
Yeah, so.
And Michael Hooper was in form.
I know.
It was like getting rid of Richie McCaw before the 2015 World Cup.
It was bizarre. But yeah, I guess it works while he's in Japan. Like people don't just tell him like, fuck you, we're not doing that.
So maybe
I think Alex Ferguson talked about that when he first started coaching football. I may have mentioned this before, like in the 80s or whatever with Manchester United. He just used to be able to tell players at halftime, like, the fuck are you doing? Get out there. But then by the time he finished coaching in the 2000s or whatever it was, he had to be like the ego stroker.
Yeah.
Like, he couldn't just tear guys down, give them the hairdryer. He had to like, it was a totally different management style from when he started, from when he finished.
Where they just had to be, all right, Gaff, I'll get out there and do what you see. So, yeah. No, it's interesting, isn't it? Maybe like that's his perfect cultural fit.
Yeah, maybe.
And maybe the English weren't in great shape when he took over at the end of... Oh, he took over after 2015, didn't he?
He took over after their World Cup failure and immediately took them on this big winning run.
And they were fucking everybody's favourites for winning that 2019 World Cup.
Yeah, they went into the final as hot favourites.
Yeah, huge favourites. They pumped us. They didn't... Obviously, the scorecard wasn't a huge dicking, but it felt like a massive dicking on the field.
Yeah, we weren't in that game, man.
We were never in that game. That was a real letting out of the air out of the tyres, that game.
Yeah.
Jeez Louise.
The Wales, who don't even have a permanent coach, got to win.
What?
There you go.
You know what that word means?
What does it mean?
Land.
Okay, land. Land.
I think that's it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So that's why they get they're thinking of their land, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gonna grow some grass. Feed the sheep.
I reckon the Welsh national anthem bangs.
It does. It's a banger.
I really think it's up there with the French. Everyone goes on about the French.
French one's good.
That's a cracker. And it's a real war song.
That's the thing. I don't know if we mentioned this before because we've had a lot of podcasts together. But there's a thing about, they've done a study about like countries which use anthems which were written to be anthems, and countries who picked a song from their history, like from a war song or whatever, to be their anthem. Generally, the ones that were written not to be an anthem are pretty bangers, and the ones that which were written to be an anthem, God Defend New Zealand,
Advanced Australia Fair.
They're not the best.
They're droners.
Yeah.
They're real.
It's a big difference.
I've never.
Our one can be okay. I've heard it before when they up the tempo like 15%.
Put a little.
Yeah, put a bit of pizzazz and stop trying to slow that shit down. It's already slow enough.
But
and we'd sing it fucking twice.
I think the Māori bit is a little bit more beautiful. Like
up the tempo, sing it once in Māori. I'm golden.
Yeah. You don't even need the English.
Fuck the English.
Whoa. But that was offensive when they did it in Ireland last year when they it was a big thing. Don't you remember that they in the Irish game they played our anthem and they just played it once through and the boys just sang it in Māori and then there's this shot of Caleb Clark like getting into God and then it goes off and he goes and then they took that as offence and then when they won the game they sung God of Nations really, really loudly afterwards in the sheds. Do you not remember this?
Do not remember this.
You probably commented on it when
the whiteboard was there.
Yeah.
If that game was on in the middle of the night, I may have skipped the anthem and not even seen it. Because I usually just start at kickoff time.
Yeah, right. Do you watch the haka when you're watching in the middle of the night or do you skip the haka?
I'll usually watch the haka.
This is a question for you. And I asked this of a friend of mine who likes his rugby, Ryan. We were watching the haka. And I was like, do you derive any value from how the haka is done before the game? Do you ever think to yourself, ooh.
I look up for it.
Well, they look like.
I like to look at how they do it and then watch the other team's reaction.
Got a comity this week.
Yeah, we did get a comity.
I like the comity. Apparently, it's a disrespectful one now.
Is it?
Well,
you were only giving you comity.
Yeah, well, you're not good enough for cup or pungle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gotten a lot longer. I remember when I did Squidge's podcast, his World Cup old review of old World Cups a couple of years ago. And I remember watching the haka and going, holy shit, that was fast. Like that one. And then I timed it and it was like so much.
25 seconds?
It was so much quicker. There's a lot more theatre about it now.
Yeah. Which I think is good. Like they do it with the way it's meant to be done a little bit more now.
I don't know that they were doing it the way that it wasn't meant to be done. Like, because this wasn't like an 80s haka. This was still a modern haka.
A 90s haka or when?
Nah, it was 2000s. So it was still a proper haka.
Were they doing? And they stopped the flying up in the air. Yeah.
I think it was 2007, so it wasn't like those old school
I remember going to a marae in like 1994 or some shit, and them saying at the time, you know how the All Blacks jump up in the air? Like, no haka ever finished that way. Like, it's not...
It's about the connection to the land or something,
yeah, it's meant to be like, and now I'm done, rather than fucking now I fly.
Exactly.
Yeah. But it was a bit of theatre, though, the old way it used to finish.
Speaking of the haka,
we
did one against France.
Yes.
And we beat them.
Oh, yeah.
Comfortably.
Rugby.
43-17.
No, let's get back to my airplane chat. That was a real that was fascinating. Yes, we won. Very, very dominant up front. Our forwards ripped through them.
Yeah.
Another. What grade of French team are we actually playing though? Like,
I think it's a
10
from the French commenters on the channel. It's a French C pack, but the French B backs.
Right. Okay. Well, thank you for clarifying. It seemed like we were just ripping right through them. Just when we had front football, our big boys going forward, they were unstoppable. Like I'm liking what I'm seeing in terms of the when it's sticking, the fluidity and interplay between the forwards when they're piercing through the middle. They seem like they're keeping the ball alive really nicely. Holland with a few nice touches.
Yep.
Artie Savia, dynamic.
Still beast mode.
He's still beast mode. If you sit on him, if you just go in a passive tackle, he's going to get off you. And then he's got a bit of pace to make you pay and the skills to be able to link with other players. Pretty fucking good.
Yep.
Vai on number 6.
Started to look pretty good.
Yeah, looks very nice. Very, very nice.
It'll be whether he can do that against the bigger opponent than the French C pack.
He's showing us good things. And also, that's the big question about Holland. Like, this is my bold statement. Bold. Holland, although he did make a couple of errors late in the second half, he is not to put too much pressure on the lad, and I know he watches every week, he is 100 Test All Black.
Okay.
He's 100 Test All Black. The way he just does his core role and just commands the air, like it just
he's
looks...
a big dude, which is something we kind of lack since we lost Sam Whitelock-Amota. Like a big fucking 2 meter plus tall,
physical as well,
and a huge physical specimen who just wants to tackle. Like he's not got Brodie Retallick's ball handling game.
He kept the ball alive.
I know, but he's not. Well, not yet anyway. He's not got Brodie Retallick's World Player of the Year game on attack, but he's defensively a motherfucking beast.
Yeah.
And he's good in the air, which is the two core things you really want from him.
Yeah.
So
If he can win 90% of his line-out ball, like when they put him up, it's just like you just feel like, oh, that's safe.
That's safe, yeah.
Yeah, he'll get that.
He's a big dude.
Yeah, he looks. I'd really.
And PORvIRE being there is like a genuine second line-out option. He's great at defensive line-out, disrupting line-out.
Patrick Tuipulotu looked really like for coming in late doors.
We're good for locks. Like for a while, it looked like
we're a little bit dicey.
Yeah, but no, we're looking all right.
See, I wasn't saying this about Derry last year.
Yeah,
I think
he's also like 2+ meters tall. He's pretty big as well.
Yeah. When he comes out, can you see a world where Derry and Holland become like the next Whitelock and Retallick?
No.
They got Barrett in there. Is Barrett good enough to be in the team right now?
He's injured, so no.
Who wants for this knee?
I think they like the dynamic of the big unit, the 2 meter plus guy, and then the other guy who's maybe a bit more mobile.
I don't think we've seen the best of Barrett since he's been given the captain's armband. I think
Bold statement from Tony.
I think he's a freakish player. I think he's really, really good. But I thought he looked better. Remember, like some of those
into the Crusaders season. I remember.
Yeah, but that's Crusaders, right? And I think he was actually looking better circa 2022, 2023, without the captain's armband, and he just able just to play with a bit more freedom and. But the player who I think actually plays better when he becomes the captain? ASAP. So...
Will they ever pull the trigger and make that captaincy change? Probably not.
Well, they made their bed, didn't they? And it was a dumb bed to make. I think that's one real... Like, Adi Surveyor is
It's funny, like, with All Blacks captains, when Richie was captain, there was never talk of, like, well, Richie's a good player, but it'd be nice to have him not as captain.
No,
because then... When Sam Cane was captain, there was always question marks about him. And like, Fozzie loves the Chiefs man kind of thing. And now you got Scotty Barrett as captain. Oh, Razor loves his Crusaders captain.
Well,
like Ardie Savvy is always going to be basically first name off the team sheet.
Yeah.
And like you say, he is an inspirational captain.
And that's what Richie McCaw was like as well. But we've had this with our All Black captains. We can go through him. Tane Randall, his selection was like up for grabs a lot. Ruben Thorne, was he ever like off? Like definitely good enough to be an All Black, but was he good enough to be first name on the team sheet? Who else am I thinking of? Not Sean Fitzpatrick. He was always a front liner. Blackadder, like that was a real controversial one. Like a great captain, not a great All Black.
Yeah, some teams do. Like France got Dupont when he's fit as their captain.
Tano
he's like
Langa,
best captain.
Tamo was a pretty good.
Yeah.
And
it's always one. Do you go with the guy who's the best leader or the guy who's the best player? Sometimes they can be both.
But Barrett, to be fair, on the All Blacks, he also looked like a guy that was always going to be in your team
for sure.
But
our locking depth is starting to look better than it was before. So.
And I think Barrett he's got to fight for his position.
Maybe that's part of the reason Vai's become a 6, because we haven't really found the genuine guy. Like Finau didn't really fill that void.
No, not quite.
So maybe they figured, well, just fucking.
And Vai is like physical enough and a big mover of men.
Yeah, and he's pretty mobile. So we'll see how he goes up against a team like the Springboks. I thought Cam Roygaard looked pretty good. Still pretty good.
I thought I was a little bit worried about him. I was thinking, for Hurricanes form, but he's with quality around him, he just elevates his game. He's looking head and shoulders above the other 9s that we've got out there at the moment. Like Cortez didn't do anything wrong when he came on, but he his tactical kicking around the ground, the way the ball just pings off his foot when he kicks the ball, and like. He's a sniper. He's got a real great turn of pace as well. Like
and power.
Yeah. He's quality.
What do you think of that try where they kind of faked the forwards going and then Roygaard down the blind side?
Fooled me watching it.
I don't know that anybody would have stopped it even if they hadn't have done that, but it was like
I like when the camera man gets fooled a little bit and he goes, "Oh
wait,
shit.
Fuck. Where's the ball?
Yeah, where's the ball?" Because I was a little bit confused because I was following.
The movement.
Yeah, I was following the movement of, and that was what's his name? Willie.
Christian Leo Willie.
Christian, he
sold it pretty well.
He sold it pretty well. Probably the best. I think he's one player that doesn't do anything wrong, but he's just been a little bit invisible. Am I being a bit harsh?
Harsh.
You reckon he's been good?
Solid, but not spectacular.
little bit invisible?
No, not invisible. Solid.
Solid. You like the guys. You like those players who just
I
do
like
the hard.
those, the grafters.
The grifters. Hey, I've got some snake oil. It'll fix everything. You got hair loss? I got something just for you. It'll make you feel better than you've ever felt before. Any ailments you've ever had? It's Christian Little Willie's snake oil.
You did that very well.
Yeah.
That's why you guys tune in. That's why you love it.
Exactly.
But yeah, what about France? They last 20 minutes. All Blacks maybe took the foot off the gas a wee bit.
I made it look
France
a little
scored
bit.
last try.
The one moment that they had to get into the game was the moment where Geordie Barrett took a tackle, did a bad offload. They got a quick couple of passes. Sogbay, or whatever his name is, does a great kick. They get down their end, force the turnover, get a penalty. They're hot on attack, and they're only a score behind or something. And you're thinking, game on, here we go. And that, and also the first 5 minutes where they had a good attacking period. And I was thinking, okay, they score here, which they look like they had a bit of mustard in their jeans.
Could get interesting.
I don't think that's been a phrase ever said by anyone.
It is now.
A bit of mustard in their jeans. Bit of hot English mustard. The hot French
Gonna go
stuff.
fight that motherfucker. Oh wait, no shit. Look, he's got mustard in his jeans.
Exactly.
He means business.
Exactly.
It's Dijon.
Yeah, exactly. Better not be pus. Okay. Yeah. So if you have pus coming from your jeans, you need to go see a doctor.
Or a tailor.
So you're thinking and then you go, and then we get the old boop, boop.
Yeah. Like, oh, by the way, fucking ages ago there was a tackle.
There was a tackle, and Geordie kind of, you put on real bad slow mo. He lands sort of on his head, and he grabs his head, and he feels like a sad boy.
Yeah.
So
some fans saying there should have been a red because it was kind of a headbutt.
Oh, well, we can talk about headbutts in a bit.
Well, we'll get to this.
Oh, jeez. I'm going to make myself real popular this week. But they really...
That took the wind out of their sails. But what do you think about the deliberate knock on?
Oh, jack shit. Like the way that absolutely...
I hate that law.
It's an abomination, but
just hate it.
It's... Oh, look, I'm not saying it's... It was absurd, the fact that it was called a deliberate knock-on.
By the way the game is controlled these days, that's a yellow card all day long.
Yeah.
But I hate the fact that that's a yellow card all day long.
There's no way, and like the fact... Bodie was so close to the player passing it, and have you ever tried to fucking... Not that you and I tackle people very often, but have you ever tried to tackle a player like this? You tackle like
with your arm, make yourself big.
And then like all your fast twitch fibers are like set to like fucking like explosive moments. You're like following everything. They're highly tuned athletes that are trained to just be as hungry as fuck for any motion, any movement, and the ball is the crucial thing. In less than fucking 0.2 of a second, and then he just goes like fucking a 6-inch, if that, lifting of the hand. Like,
yeah,
if it sticks, he gets an intercept. But like, you can't. That's not deliberate. That's reactionary. But that would have been a. But I'm not saying it's a bad call against the All Blacks. That's a bad call against the French. It's a bad call against the South
Africans. It happened the
Africans.
week before against France, and it was very similar.
It's just a shitty. It's just shit. It's just not deliberate. It's reactionary.
Deliberate knock on is where you're like,
it's like what Esben Etzebeth did, but the ball fucking went backwards.
Yeah, it's batting it.
Yeah.
That's a deliberate knock on.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The jammiest fucking knockback I've seen in my life, that one. But it went backwards.
There's a bit of talk from the French camp that Galtier kind of wanted to rest the players from game 1 to back up for game 3.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Just in case, so they can walk away with 1 win. Okay, bring it.
We'll see.
Let's hope it's a good game.
We'll see. In Hamilton. The French aren't staying in Hamilton because they're like, fuck that. We're going to stay in Auckland and just show up for the game. Hamilton sucks.
Hamilton. Well, they've got hotels and stuff.
I know. I know, but they decided not to go there. The facilities are not up to scratch. And then anytime that happens, the mayor of the city is forced to go, well, actually, our city's quite nice. It happened with the Women's Football World Cup came here. So there was like New Plymouth or something. They didn't want to stay there. They were like, it's boring.
Well, there's lots to do. We've just recently put in a new skate park and an arcade. It's really good.
Yeah.
The feedback by the community is great, and North Plymouthians are really proud to live here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The Botanic Gardens. Beautiful this time of year.
Exactly. We get all the winter colours coming through there, your deep purples, your reds, your oranges. Lovely to still see a little bit of green. Things are very lush at the moment.
That's it.
That's it.
But we won 43-17, so no pressure from that result in terms of All Blacks being criticised much. Will Jordan maybe looks a little bit off the pace in terms of his pure pace. He's got a big strapping on his leg. I think at one point he was running for a ball backwards and he was slower than some of the French guys chasing.
I thought,
he's still fucking sharp. He's still such an attacking threat, but I don't know if he's got the same top line speed at the moment.
Really? I didn't notice that myself. But yeah, I come to think of it, like, I did notice, I just thought he was being a bit casual in some of his retreats.
He might have been.
Who knows? All right, that's a game of rugby.
South Africa played Italy, and they didn't let them score any points. It was 45-0. It got controversial from the kickoff.
That was the jammiest, worst thing I've ever seen in rugby. It was, like, not the worst thing I've ever seen in rugby, but
I like a lot of the innovations that the South Africans do. Like 7-1 split, whenever, oh no, it's against the spirit of the game, like suck a dick. Like, or whatever you want to suck. Or whatever you don't want to suck.
If you're someone who likes to suck dicks,
yeah, I want to put that disclaimer out there. You know what I mean. So
suck my ass.
Fuck off, basically.
Yeah,
if you don't like 7-1 splits, that's your business, but it's fine.
I tried to put some shorts together like for last week, and then I did put a couple out, and there were a couple in there where you and I were just like, fucking, this fucking thing is fucked. Because what the fuck? And I was like, there's 8 fucks in like 25 seconds. You're like, yeah.
It was because it was on your channel.
Yeah,
fuck, that kickoff was bullshit. I don't like that. Like that's as I said, I like a lot of the innovations.
Yes,
but that one sucks. Trying to just force a scrum by making like an intentional error at the start, that's bullshit.
The scrum is, by the laws of the game, meant to be a way to restart the game. It's not meant to be a penalty generator.
I don't even have problems with teams with big fucking beefy props and whatnot, you know, trying to milk scrums at scrum. But like then that,
you know that I think scrum infringements should be free kicks, but like, yeah, and like a few questions. Okay, like it's you're offside immediately. It's a deliberate infringement.
There is a law about like you can't.
It's a deliberate infringement.
There's a thing about there is a law which says like you can't deliberately break the laws of the game or something like that.
And it's a professional foul. Like you're doing it intentionally.
Yeah.
What else is it? Like
I feel like that should be penalised.
I'm gonna just fucking yellow card him, and like honestly, like fuck off with that shit.
That one sucks.
That's absolute bullshit.
Like they did these other things where they were setting like lifters with midfield mauls.
Yeah, good on you with your Mickey Mouse shit.
I don't mind that one.
Yeah, okay, we'll get to that in a moment. But that was
the kickoff one sucks.
The kickoff one was like he's standing. It's just you're just taking the piss.
Yeah.
Just
I don't like that one.
Like just fuck off. It's
clever, but I don't like it.
He's in an offside position. How is it not a penalty? I still don't understand how.
But you notice that Andrew Brace free kicked the South Africans at the scrum.
Oh yeah, from that one.
Yeah, from that one, he free kicked them. So it might have just been like the refs way of saying like, nah.
Maybe.
He had them for going early.
I reckon the best way to do it would have been like, yellow card him. Just set the tone. Just be like, on behalf of the coherent, rational people that enjoy rugby, can you fuck off with that shit, Rassie? Please fuck off. We appreciate your innovation and your cheek, your chutzpah, but fuck off.
Jasper Wiese got a red card.
Yeah, that was bullshit.
For a headbutt.
Yeah. It wasn't...
I titled my video, like, was that a headbutt? Question mark. And then the first comment of the video was like, obviously it was a headbutt. And I looked up the dictionary definition of headbutt, and it says like forceful and deliberate using the like top of your head against somebody else's face or body. Like,
okay, you keep on going with what you're saying.
I don't think that's like the dictionary definition of a headbutt. And then somebody in the comments put it in a better way, I think, which also goes to the deliberate knock-on
Yeah.
thing. They said, like, of course, like, on the street, that's not a headbutt.
No.
But in rugby these days, by the TMO,
With this ultra slow-mo.
that's a headbutt. And I was like, that's the bullshit that I don't like. Like, deliberate knock-on is not like, and a
Yeah.
headbutt is not like,
It's the slow-mo that ruins
know what
it
I mean?
too. Yeah, yeah.
like the fact that they are looking at, I mean, it's obviously dumb. Like,
Yeah.
why the fuck would you do that when we know every little thing you do is scrutinized like that? It's the dumbest.
You've seen that on rugby
It's
fields
so
before.
dumb, though. It's
You
so
know-
dumb. I have no, like, sympathy for him. Like, once you put yourself in the referee's hands,
Yeah.
you might get carded. So
Especially
I'm not
how
arguing that.
micromanaged it all is now, but yeah,
But it's just
still-
like-
it's barely anything.
Like, the referee used the word headbutt, and I'm like, that's not a headbutt. I mean, I know you can card him for it, but that's not what a headbutt is.
What I would call that, you see it, you've seen it in bars and people are it's getting in each other's face, and you've seen it in rugby as well when blokes are like getting up in each other's face, and then
Yeah.
they lean into each other's face.
You want to go? You want to go?
And then they're up in it, and like he just was like going up for the sort
Yeah.
of, how's your father? Let's have a barbecue.
Yeah.
And like trying to get up in his face, and like me walking up to you and like fucking honging your forehead with my forehead is not a headbutt. I'm using the 2CGD as the other
Yeah.
person, but it's not. It's just
That's not what a headbutt is.
It's not a.
But as the
Boom.
person in the comments said, TMO says that's a headbutt.
Yeah, TMI can suck my nuts, and if you're someone who likes to suck nuts, that's fine.
Maybe not your nuts.
Yeah, there's not many people out there that want to suck my nuts, to be fair.
But yeah.
If you're one of those people, feel free to comment below. I'd suck his nuts.
So, yeah, I didn't think
Yes.
that was a headbutt. As I said, it was the dumbest thing to do. And Jasper Wiese, one of the best comment I saw for a South African fan to explain it was like, firstly, Jasper Wiese is not the smartest guy. Like, he's kind of in the team to just run it straight and
Yeah,
bash into
right.
people. And he said Rassie probably told him, like, Jasper, you need to be smart about this. You need to use your head. And he was like, okay, coach. And I was like, that's the best explanation yet.
Yeah.
But anyway.
It is what it is. It happened.
And they still fucking mopped the floor with them anyway.
We got more TMO madness.
But yeah, despite having 60 minutes of 14 men and at times 13 men,
Yeah.
they still didn't concede a point and won 45-0.
Yeah, looked pretty comfortable.
Edville van der Merwe, the winger, who doesn't
Yeah.
get many games because they've got world-class wingers, but he was chasing everything. Your boy Moody in the midfield
Yeah,
had
Moody
a
got
big
a nice try. Yeah, that was a really nice try. What did you like? Okay, the midfield lineouts.
Yeah.
Okay, right. Better than the kickoffs,
Yeah.
but still for me, like, and the innovation's kind of cool, but they're trying to create manufactured more by putting their player in a dangerous position, therefore keeping defenders away from him, and then creating confusion, apprehension, in the hopes for players to join, bring the player down, and and concede a penalty.
I don't know, man. Watching
seems
it back,
penalty farming.
Watching
They're
it
penalty
back,
farmers.
you can see it coming from now that teams will know it's on the cards. Before it happens, you can just see the pod form.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
teams just need to be aware. Oh shit! Like let's
They're
go.
doing that.
They're doing that because nobody knew what the fuck was going to happen.
So, but if they create their maul, like, what can you do to you have to form a maul against it? Like, what can you do to
I remember there was a while when teams were doing this
just like-
tactic of not like engaging
and then that was like
because then it's obstruction if they move forward. So that might be one tactic
So
to
you just
counter
they
it.
put it up and then
Teams don't do that anymore though.
no, I haven't seen it for a while.
Yeah, it's been a couple of years.
Like to be fair, it's innovative, it's different, it
Yeah.
looks fucking weird. Putting a
It's
player
an
in
interesting.
the air
It's an
and then-
interesting one to do that against Italy in their second test. Like, why not save that for Eden Park when you want to trick them?
Yeah, well, who else? Who not? What
What have they got
what
still
do
for
they
Eden
got?
Park?
Yeah, what do they got up their sleeve? Yeah, they're gonna be fucking firing balls out of their ass.
I like Marnie Libok. He was spreading
Yeah.
the ball with his like he always gets
Where's
a fair bit
Sasha in right now?
Sasha came off the bench.
Why don't they want to give him
They
a
wanted
run?
to give Marnie a game, and he ran the show well. He's got such a nice pass.
Lovely pass, eh? He's a classy player.
Beautiful. Yeah.
But that's the second game that Sasha hasn't started.
Yeah, maybe they'll start him in the next one against Georgia.
And they're playing Georgia next time.
Georgia this weekend.
Jesus.
Yeah.
God save their souls. You got to say it's impressive. I would say we look on performance. If the All Blacks in South Africa play tomorrow, I reckon South Africa wins. Do I think they're favourites for Eden Park? No. I think Eden Park is Eden Park. Do I see a world where they break it this year? Absolutely. Abso-flippin'-lutely.
So it's the closest that's looked like being broken for a long time.
Yeah. Well, look, we've got to 50 tests. We're unbeaten. We've played some pretty outstanding teams there.
Yeah.
In World Cup finals. I
like the fact that they are not shying away from putting the number one team in the world there.
Yeah.
They don't want to protect the ground kind of thing.
This whole argument that we've been shy, they haven't been able to play there for a while. Every time they've come down there, it's been we've played in Auckland.
Played in Mount Smart.
Played in Mount Smart,
North Shore.
and we've dicked them both times.
Yeah.
There was no way that team that lost fucking 57-0 or whatever it was
winning at Eden Park.
Was going to win that at Eden Park. Those squads against squads,
and it was a strong team that played at Mount Smart.
Yeah. That's right. Go Media Stadium.
There we go. But yeah, it's interesting that both New Zealand and France, and New Zealand and South Africa, both in their first week games, were kind of seen as well, you guys maybe didn't perform up to expectations, and they both bounced back from those first game blues with some big performances. So
yeah. I think it's shaping up for a big old. Is that the first? What's the first Super Rugby Championship game of the year?
I feel like it's us against the Boks, but
whereabouts? Eden Park.
I would need to check the fixtures list, but yeah, I'm pretty sure we've got them early on.
Whoa.
Because I know we're also going to Argentina.
She's a spicy meatball. I'm really irritated I didn't get a ticket.
I'll be live streaming it.
You'll be live streaming it. Sweating.
So Japan played, New Zealand played, South Africa played. Oh, who else played? Argentina played England.
I have no idea what happened in that game. I presume. I don't know who
England won 22-17. So Argentina have dropped 2 results at home, but it was closer. It was tied up until the last minute, and England scored.
Oh, wow.
But honestly, England should have won before that. Argentina, I think in the second half, had 19% territory.
Whoa.
Which is the lowest I think I've ever seen in Tier 1 against Tier 1. They were just stuck in their own half and couldn't get out.
Argentina playing badly or England playing well?
It's weird because it's England's squad without their Lions.
Yeah.
So they've had to bring in some guys, and some of their guys have stepped up.
Yeah,
and
nice.
George Ford's a seasoned campaigner at 10, and he's still pulling the strings. Argentina are in this weird position where they don't get an off-season. So Felipe Contepomi has had to blood a few new guys, and he's had to rest a few of the vets, I think.
Willie LaRue, 100 tests. Congratulations. Sorry to mention that.
True. Big congratulations to old Willie, your favourite.
One of the best. I like him. I love a good prick.
Yeah. I'm sure you do. Suck those nuts.
Suck those nuts. I love a good prick. Antonio Sullivan story.
But yeah, Argentina, I think, have been a bit underwhelming. And England has just shown a bit of good depth. I quite like it. Without Marcus Smith, without Finn Smith, without
Toje.
Yeah, without Toje, without somebody like Ben Earl.
How do you feel about Farrell getting called up and not... we were just talking about him a second ago. What's his name? The guy who does all the drop kicks. George Ford.
I think it might have been one of the outside backs that might have got called up instead, but I mean, Farrell knows what he's doing, and he calls up his son. He must have an idea.
Yeah. Okay. You heard it here first. A relatively vanilla take.
I know. No controversy here. Trust in the coach. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
But, Argentina, England. It was a bit underwhelming from the Pumas.
Funny how they looked so good against the Lions. Which are technically a much better team.
They still did that same thing where they were like running it out of their own 22, but then they would just fuck it up.
Because in that Lions game, everything was sticking.
Yeah, out of their own 22, they would get a line break, be up in the Lions 22. But this game, it just didn't happen.
You know, that team that beat the Lions is gonna face the All Blacks.
That's right. They'll step up. One of the Argentinian tries, they got a 50-22 right before halftime. They were down.
Yeah.
They set a line-out move. They put a dinking kick through. Freddie Stewart, the guy who's got like the turning circle of the friggin' Titanic.
Yeah.
Like he's there at the back. And the ball hits the post and bounces back, and the Argentinian guy grabs it. You're like, oh, poor Freddie Stewart. Poor bastard.
Jeez,
you probably would have been in the right place if it didn't just hit the post. He couldn't do that again if you gave him 100 tries. Poor Freddie Stewart.
Yeah. He's sometimes I've seen that guy play, and then I'm like, whoa, he's amazing.
Other times you're like, what is wrong with that guy?
Why is that club rugby player out there? Yeah.
Ireland played Portugal.
And absolutely pantsed them.
Do you know the score?
It was a thumping.
106 to 7. It was 99-point victory.
Oh, well. Ireland probably need to improve then, I'd say.
Let in
that 7 points. That would be really killing
Portugal
them.
had one try TMO'd.
Oh,
but you know what you would have liked about that game?
No, I don't know.
After about 20 minutes, the referee was like, what? What? He was talking about, I just can't hear you. And he was just like, guys, I can't hear the TMO, so we're just going to play on. I got my touch judges.
Love it.
We're just going to keep going. So there was no TMO for the last 60. Which sucks for Portugal because they had their try TMO in the first 20.
So no TMO involvement.
For the last hour of the game, yeah.
So good. The way God intended. Fucking hell.
Yeah,
That's
Portugal.
so good.
And it was also funny because, like, it was on Rugby Pass for free.
Oh, really?
And, like, the commentators, I think it's just, like, two guys who probably really like rugby. One Portuguese guy, one Kiwi guy. Don't know who the fuck they were.
Really?
And, like, they hadn't, like, decided, like, before the game, like, right, I'll do the play-by-play.
You be the colour guy.
And you do the colour guy. They were just, like, talking over each other.
Oh, how good.
And, like, you know when you're mentioning player name by player name, he gets, like, the other guy would just jump in and talk over him. It was quite all over the shop.
Smith through to Roberts through to Arthur.
No, he's a good player.
Yeah.
It was like, it was quite hilarious. But it was a thumping.
All right.
It was an absolute thumping.
There's a lot of weeks where I miss a game or two. I really...
There's more.
I missed a lot of rugby this week.
Fiji played Scotland.
How do I host a co-host at a rugby podcast?
That's the question a lot of the viewers ask. Who the fuck is this guy?
There's a lot of times where they go, the guy on the left or the right doesn't even watch the games. And then I go, oh, hey, I missed one game, but this week I watched.
Fiji played Scotland.
Watched one of the games. Yeah, Fiji played Scotland. Okay.
Do you know who won?
No.
Fiji.
Way!
Yeah, 29-14.
I should be playing fucking our game.
Yeah, I know. You shouldn't play that with test matches, should you?
It just feels they don't...
It was in Fiji.
Oh, nice.
And Scotland played the Māori All Blacks the week before.
Yeah.
Played their B team.
Oh.
And then they played their A team minus the Lions this week. And this match was important for the world rankings because Scotland could have gone up into 6th, which would be like the top seeds of the next World Cup. But they lost.
What was the score?
29-14.
Oh, nice. Well done.
They had a red card, though, Scotland.
All right. Well,
Darcy Graham got 2 yellow cards.
What's the story with the red
The second one was like...
Red cards are they 20-minute red cards at the moment? Yeah.
It was 20 minutes because he was like... First one he got an... What was the second one? He got an intercept. He was on the own goal line defending... And his first one was for an early tackle. Second one, he's like on his own goal line defending, but his hands are in front of the line.
Yeah.
So he's offside. Where he sprints out of the line, makes a great intercept to shut down the Fijian player on the Scottish goal line.
Yeah.
But because his hands are in front of the line, he's offside. Second yellow card, he's gone.
Damn.
He was visibly very upset.
Crying.
More or less.
Sad boy. Sad guy.
Because that was an important game for Scotland.
Unfortunate.
But Fiji looked... I mean, Scotland scored their 2 tries like within the first minute or 2 of each half. Then no other points. So they came out firing and...
you thought, they're here to play. And did the Fijian crowd get them behind them?
Fiji's crowd's fucking amazing.
Yeah, right. Nice.
They got a really good winger named Wainingolo. He's just so dangerous.
I think put any side... And in Fiji, with a fired up Fiji crowd and Fiji just in one of their moods, just in a mood to and it's coming off, they're going to be hard to beat for anyone, really. But it's very rare.
It's a very Fortress Fiji kind of thing. Not many teams go to Fiji.
Yeah, it doesn't happen very often. But that's why they're able to beat the likes that. Well, I know it's very similar to the Drua team, but. The Crusaders, the Chiefs...
Yeah, they've taken heaps of scalps in Super Rugby.
Yeah, and the peak of their powers, these teams, come down there.
I think they've beaten Scotland now 3 times, and guess where they've been every time they've won?
Yeah, nice.
In Fiji.
Imagine that. People went and played more 3-match series there. Yeah. But instead we send them to bloody... These tropical loving... free, fast-flowing wingers and incredible athletes. We send them to fucking the Northern Hemisphere in November and say, go for it. Good luck. Yeah. Anyway.
That's it. I think that's all the games.
Holy smokes. Well done, Mark. You watched it all.
I did.
It's a lot. Did you get a chance to do anything else other than watch rugby this week?
Not a lot.
I'll do better next week. I'll watch some more rugby. I think this is probably the worst week I've ever had.
This is a big week of rugby because you've got...
Yes, tell me.
South Africa, Georgia.
I will not watch that game.
You've got Argentina, Uruguay.
I will not watch that game.
You've got England, USA.
I will not watch that game. Jeez, I just can't. I just can't.
There's New Zealand against France, game 3.
I'll watch that game.
And the British and Irish Lions are playing
I
the
will
Wallabies.
watch the shit out of that game.
Oh, also Scotland are playing Samoa at Eden Park.
Are they?
Yeah.
All right. They'll probably get like 3,000 people there.
Yeah, that could be quite an embarrassing attendance.
Yeah. Well, hopefully Samoa and Poland. Is that the idea?
Samoan.
Send them to freaking the island.
I think Apia Park wouldn't. I don't think they wanted to host it at Apia Park.
No. I mean, send them to the natural home of Pacific Islanders in New Zealand, North Harbour Stadium.
True.
Yeah.
That's the games.
They're the games?
I'm pretty sure. I watched them all.
Well done. Are you going to watch all of those?
I think so. I'm not sure how much I'll be able to do on like the Uruguay-Argentina preview.
You're going to watch Uruguay-Argentina. You're going to watch England-USA.
USA just got beaten by Spain.
This is such a weird cycle. This is the weirdest. The Lions years are the weirdest. Like, bring up the weirdest matches. This should be the years where, and it's really sad for Portugal and for Georgia that they've got pumped, but they really should be playing those teams and then putting a huge amount of emphasis on getting all their players available. Like I want to see.
Georgia's team was pretty strong. I think it's more or less their first strength. But
I want to see Georgia and and Portugal's like World Cup team quality teams regularly, and especially this year. This is a time where you think potentially they could.
Uruguay beat Romania 70 points to 8.
Wow.
That happened. I didn't watch it.
That's a pumping, eh?
That's a pumping, all right.
Yeah.
Canada and USA both lost.
Right.
To Belgium and Spain.
What competition are they doing right now?
Belgium competes in like the European Championship.
Spain's actually
in the
officially qualified. They've always qualified, but then get knocked out from some sort of technicality.
They are in this next one.
I'll be interested to see how they play.
Hong Kong, well, we mentioned it.
Hong Kong.
Someone gave me shit in the last World Rankings video. It's like, you didn't mention Hong Kong making the World Cup. And someone was like, he did mention it. And they're like, oh yeah, but only for 2 seconds.
What? Now this is going to be my 20-minute.
I think Squidge actually did a whole video about Hong Kong, like a deep dive on Hong Kong's qualification for the World Cup. So he's a better man than me.
God bless him. Well done.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
You asked me last time to name one Hong Kong player, and I couldn't do it.
Well, name 6 Uruguayan players. Name 1 Uruguayan player.
Oh, there's the halfback.
Oh yeah, Nashvili.
No, that's the Georgian.
They're all the.
He's the Georgian fullback.
Yeah.
Damn, I know him. Their halfback's pretty good. He plays rugby in France.
Okay.
I'd know his face.
You're covering yourself in glory here.
It's a Spanish-sounding name.
All right. Well, look, to be honest, the thing that I am most looking forward to after all those random games, like
Lions tour match.
Let's see what this Australian team has to offer.
I hope they do well because I've been saying for like 2 years now, like they're gonna do better than you expect.
I got a horrible feeling that they're gonna get pumped. I got a horrible feeling they're gonna get pumped.
I think that's all right.
I really hope they do all right. I really hope that Schmidt's got something in his back pocket, but they could get pumped. And it could just be like...
I think they go okay.
Okay, my prediction for the scoreline is 35-9.
27-19.
By the way, I thought the Australians won. 27-19 to the Lions. Love to see the Aussies get up. Come on, you battlers. Get in there.
Yeah. Go Aussies.
Go Oz.
Even though we've probably got more viewers from the British and Irish Lions countries.
Yes, but we're supporting our Antipodean brothers.
Honestly, I really just want it to be 1 win each for the first 2, because then we get a fucking cracker for the final.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, because then if it's just a drubbing 3 games in a row, then it's just like, what the fuck was the point of all that? They shat on every team they played, bar the fucking Waratahs.
Pumas. Oh, yeah, the Waratahs, where they had a kind of
21-12. If that's the best rugby game we get out of this tour,
that's sad.
That's very okay. I feel like I'm being a bit negative. I brought the vibe, the marble of the thing down a bit, haven't I?
It's going to be a good tour.
All right, well, we'll be here next week to talk all about it on...
And Tony's going to have watched USA. You got to pick one of those. You got to watch one. South Africa, Georgia, Argentina, Uruguay, or England, USA. Pick one.
Shit.
Pick one.
Oh, there's such lame games.
Watch the South African game against the Georgians.
Okay, I'll watch South Africa.
I want your hot takes on the Georgian
what
fullback.
Fucking Rassie shithousery we're going to be talking about next week. Yes. We'll see. We got shit for not for having our off week during when the South Africans played
the Barbars.
Barbars. They're like, you got so many South African fans, like you need to pay attention to them. Like, we don't. We've got to be. You'll watch it because your whole thing, but the podcast has got to be genuine. We have to have genuine. The games that matter to us, they all matter to you, but us as a collective, I find it very difficult to get up for Uruguay versus who are they playing?
Argentina.
You were going to watch that?
Yeah, last time they got pumped.
80 minutes? You're just going to be sitting there? 80 minutes of it?
Like, there was one comment on I did a video about the Irish pumping of the Portuguese, and someone was like, God bless you for like sitting through that. I've been an Irish fan for 50 years, and even I turned it off at half time. And it was like, I was supporting Portugal by the end. I'm a diehard Irish fan, but I'm one of those Portuguese guys that do something.
Yeah, fair enough.
Could be some pumpings.
Could be some pumpings. That's a good name for a podcast.
Could be some pumpings podcast.
So it sounds like a porn podcast.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. Anyway, Mark, well done. Congratulations. Another week. I will watch more rugby next week. I will. I promise.
Lock it in.
All right.
Take care, folks.
Hard it up. Bye-bye.